The Atlanta Hawks has had a solid offseason, and I predict for them to make the playoffs this NBA season. The Atlanta Hawks ranked 8th in the Eastern Conference last season with a record of 40 wins and 42 losses. The Hawks did not make the playoffs after losing to the Miami Heat in the play-in tournament. But this summer, the Atlanta front office went to work. On July 6th, the Hawks acquired guard Nickeil Alexander-Walker from the Minnesota Timberwolves in a multi-team trade. I like this addition because the Hawks have a legit 6-man now with Alexander-Walker coming off the bench and running that second unit. He averaged 9.4 points per game, shooting 43.8% from the field and shooting 38.1% from the three last season for the T-Wolves. A day after acquiring Alexander from the T-Wolves, they got their hands on Kristaps Porzingis from the Boston Celtics for Georges Niang and draft considerations. The main reason Boston traded Porzingis was to shed salary and regain flexibility under the NBA's second apron. Now, I love this trade for the Atlanta Hawks because this was a major upgrade at center, as free agent Clint Capella signed with the Houston Rockets this summer, and Kristaps Porzingis averaged 19.5 points per game. He shot 48.3% from the field, and he shot 41.2% from the three last season for Boston. Now, just imagine what he's going to do, in Atlanta as a legit second option. He's not a third option behind Jaylen Brown anymore. He's a legit second option behind Trae Young. I think he's going to be a lot better in the scoring department. He's probably going to average well over 20 points per game. He's going to shoot efficient from the three again. He's going to shoot efficient from the field. So this is just a match made in heaven to me with Trae Young. Porzingis brings elite rim protection, standing at 7'2". He's an elite three-point shooter, like I said. And most importantly, he has championship DNA that he's bringing to the Atlanta Hawks. So now you paired those three additions. Well, I forgot one more addition. They also signed Luke Kennard, the shooter. They got him from Memphis. So now you bring a shooter from Memphis as well. So I feel like the Hawks kind of got a little bit of everything this summer that they needed. They got a big man, they got a guard, and they got a shooter. Okay? The Atlanta Hawks went to work. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I could say is that they can improve on some I can't even see they can improve on defense. They got Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels was in the top 3 for Defensive Player of the Year last year. So, like, I don't see a lot of holes in this roster anymore after this offseason. In my opinion, once they made that Kristaps Porzingis trade, I was like, okay, like, that's all they needed to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm Atlanta, I'm satisfied with that Porzingis move. I don't even think Atlanta, thought they was going to get Porzingis this summer. That was just kind of like a thing where, it was just kind of like first dibs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of knew Boston was going to get rid of, Kristaps Porzingis because of the, money stuff. They also have to get rid of Jrue Holiday. They got rid of him, traded him to Portland. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to do that, but they just had to because the second apron is, getting down on a lot of these NBA teams. Like, super teams is not a thing no more. Like, you can't keep super teams for a long time no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only could pay a lot of players so much for so long. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like nerfing the NBA a little bit. We don't want to see any more moves like KD going to the Warriors. We don't see any more moves like that happening. So that helps that out. But like I said, man, the Hawks is definitely a playoff team next year. They failed to make the postseason last season. They really haven't got deep in the postseason since they did that one year they beat the Knicks. What was that, like 2021? They had that long run in the playoffs, but since then, man, they haven't really been there. So it's gonna be nice to see them make the playoffs again. They definitely gonna make the playoffs again with this roster. If they don't, I'll be very shocked because, like I said, they had a very solid offseason in my opinion. They still got young talent like Jalen Johnson. He's an athlete. He can shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? He's a very good fit with Trae Young because he's a lob threat, but he also can create his own shot. I like Ricochet. You know what I'm saying? I know Ricochet was not, a very loud first round pick or whatever, but he's still going to be a great talent. You know what I'm saying? I still see talent in that guy. He's not going to be a role player. He might not be a superstar, but I don't think he's going to be a role player forever. You know what I'm saying? I think he can really score the ball. So I do like him in that lineup as well. I think when you look at their starting lineup, it's really complete. Like, it's really complete. Like, Trae Young really has a roster built around him now. He just went through a season where it was kind of looking like Trae Young was going to leave this summer because it was like, what is this roster? You know what I mean? Like, we was kind of looking at that roster like, you can't compete with this Atlanta Hawks roster. I know Trae Young was always asked, like, do you want to leave Atlanta? And he's always saying, like, I don't want to leave Atlanta, but I do want to compete for championships. You know what I'm saying? So if that means I gotta leave Atlanta, I guess I gotta leave Atlanta. But it seems like the Atlanta Hawks is finally kind of getting more urgent on trying to get a team built around Trae Young. We've seen the John Collins experiment didn't work out. They moved on from John Collins. We've seen the DeJounte Murray thing didn't work out with him, so they got rid of DeJounte Murray. And I guess after that, that's kind of where we was at. And Trae Young was kind of just lone wolfing it. They did have some trade discussions for Pascal Siakam at one point in time. That would have been nice, but I like this Porzingis move. I think Porzingis is like the perfect second option behind Trae Young. I think this is a good start for the Atlanta Hawks. I don't think they're a championship contender, but with the East being so wide open next season, we got Dame down. Well, Dame is now in the West, so that don't matter. But Dame is not in Milwaukee anymore. If you ask me, Milwaukee kind of look a little more thinner as far as firepower. The Boston Celtics isn't the same anymore. Like I said, they made so many moves. Jason Tatum will be down for a year. So I do think the East is kind of wide open, if you ask me. So this is the perfect year for the Atlanta Hawks to make this move, I think, too. Like, the East is wide open. Like, I wouldn't, like, if they was to make the finals, it's possible. Like, everybody, but okay, this was possible because they made a move for Porzingis, and Porzingis just made the finals, 2 years ago? So, oh, well, we will be seeing that then. You know what I'm saying? He just made the finals last year, but you get what I'm trying to say. So, like I said, man, I really, really loved what the Atlanta Hawks did this offseason, man. You guys let me know down below in the comments who you think had the best offseason in the NBA, because a lot of teams made a lot of big splashes, okay? I'm not going to sit up here and say that this team had the best offseason, but they had one of the best offseasons. Like, this team turned around. They turned their whole, like, predictions around, for me anyway. Like, I had this team at the bottom of the East, and now I got them somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Hawks is definitely somewhere in the middle now. They have to make the playoffs. If they don't make the playoffs, I'll be shocked. And somebody didn't do something right, or maybe Porzingis wasn't healthy. That's the only red flag I have is Porzingis' health. Okay, if Porzingis can stay healthy at the right times for the Atlanta Hawks, this team can, I think this team can go a little far in the playoffs, because like I said, the East is a little wide open this season. But you guys let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, do me a big favor, smash that like button. And let me know down below in the comments what you want to see next. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring videos that you guys enjoy. Like, I know NBA is my niche in YouTube, but I want to also bring specified videos for my audience, okay? Like, I really enjoy you guys coming and watching my videos. I really appreciate the support. But I really want to make videos that you really want to watch. Like, you right there that's watching on your phone or on your TV, watching me right now. I want to bring videos that you specifically want to watch about the NBA. So just comment down below right now what you want to see next upload. Don't forget to turn on that bell so you'll never miss an upload. I'm getting a lot more consistent now. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next upload. You dig?